Let the beat drop low, like a basement cipher at 2 a.m. Ego in friendship is that quiet voice that turns every hangout into a silent scoreboard. It walks in smiling, but it's counting. Who reached out last? Who paid the last round? Who got more laughs tonight? Who's the main character? Who's the sidekick? And who's the NPC? In this scene, it loves you until you level up without it. Then the knife comes out, wrapped in a joke, quote unquote. Damn, somebody's too good for us now. And the translation to that, beloveds, is you're making my story look small. It loves you until you need something real. Then it runs away and ghosts you for days. Because being needed threatens the throne. Ego friendship is a group chat where every meme is a flex. Every LOL is a power move. Every red receipt is a gut punch. It keeps a highlight reel of every time you came through, and a shadow reel of every time you didn't. It says ride or die, but the fine print reads, as long as you keep feeding my image of being the loyal one. Sound familiar, folks? I know at least 4 of you are listening for someone else. Real friendship, different frequency. Well, it's the 3 a.m. phone call you answer without checking to see who's winning. It's watching your boy cry in the car and not needing to fix it. Just handing him the auxiliary cord so the music can hold what words can't. It's celebrating their wins louder than your own, because their light doesn't dim yours. It proves that the whole planet is on fire. continue to set the world on fire, beloveds. Not in the ways one might think at first, Captain Literal Man. Ego, friendship, measures, true friendship dissolves the measuring cup. One keeps you in a mirror maze. Lest I know we're not at the state fair. The other burns the mirrors. Because true love doesn't care. Especially about the size of your derriere. And suddenly, you're standing in open air. Yeah, breathing the same oxygen. No ranks. No thrones. Just multiple pulses, remembering they were never separate. Ego will ghost the second you stop performing. Presence will sit in the wreckage with you until the dust settles and still calls you brother. When you have nothing left to prove. That's the difference. One needs you to be a certain way to keep its story straight, to keep feeding their narrative, their imagined story of you. The other sees the story was always fiction. Beloveds, we spoke on this in yesterday's live. When the book falls away and we let go of the story. The other sees the story was always fiction and loves what's left when the credits roll. Don't drop the crown, don't drop the cow. Let the beat simplify too hard. Say it now. Knocking the same ancient rhythm against the same thin wall of skin. I see you. I'm still here. No condition. With an S. I can't express enough. There is no score. Just this. Just us. Still breathing. Nothing more. Let's take a quick pause before the next round, because Miss Soul's Q is about to bust it down. That round was on friendship. Ooh-wee, I let it slip. 10-10 on the timer. Let's keep that run going as we step into the professional world to see what's flowing in the ego. And then the shift. Cause we're not hanging out there too long, if you get my drift. Let the track go cold. Corporate tempo, glass towers, and a LinkedIn heartbeat. Ego. In professional networks, we're a tailored suit, and you smell like performance metrics. It doesn't shake your hand. It scans your value. Every great to connect is a covert background check. Just ask Ashley. As her next move is to fraud you romantically. Can you open doors? Can you raise my stock? Can you make me look connected without costing me a single digit with a dot? It keeps my mental org chart with itself one rung higher than reality. Your promotion, it's a quiet threat. Your layoff, shh, it's a secret relief. It calls it networking, baby, but it's auditioning mirrors. Coffee chats become interrogation. Who do you know that I should know in that imagination station? What's your follower count? What's the last impressive thing you shipped? Every story polished, every scar airbrushed, every silence is calculated, dripping with teleprompters. ChatGPT scripts. It congratulates you publicly and screenshots your mistakes privately, just in case the wind shifts. The handshake is warm, but their eyeballs are doing the math. It'll slide into your DMs only when it needs a favor or an energy match, then vanishes like smoke the moment the favors return. Real connection in the professional wild, more like rare as a rainfall in the desert. It's the senior VP who remembers your kid's name and never once mentions your KPIs. It's the peer who shares the unlisted job without asking what's in it for them, and the who, whens, wheres, hows, and whys. It's the quiet mentor who gives you the brutal tone, not to climb over you later, but because your growth actually feels good in their body. Ego networking is a pyramid scheme of itself. True alliance is horizontal current. We rise together or the tide means nothing. And that's what I mean, beloveds. Sir, man, it is not a scam. When the tide comes in, all ships rise. One collects business cards like pellets. The other collects people and treats the cards like afterthoughts. One says, let's do lunch. And it means, allow me to harvest your influence. The other says, let's do lunch. And actually listens while you eat. Incongruence. Ooh. Ah. The ego keeps a kill list disguised as a contact list. Presence keeps a constellation and knows every star is burning for its own sake. All sparks of the same source. Let's not get it twisted. That might be a mistake. Not to illuminate one ego's orbit. So, when you step into that room, that Zoom, that Slack thread, feel the difference. Are you scanning for leverage? Or are you seeing living beings temporarily dressed in titles? Drop the resume armor. Drop the subtle bag. Let the silence after "How are you?" be your portfolio, and actually wait for the real answer. Like, what's the realio? Dealio? That's when the network stops being a web and becomes a bloodstream. Same room, same titles, multiple frequencies. One turns people into stepping stones. The other remembers we're all standing on the same trembling earth, trying not to fall through. Choose the tremor. Choose the shared pulse. The rest is just noise dressing up as ambition that you have to try to remember. The truth doesn't have to try. Let everything else fall away. What remains moves together, or it doesn't move at all. How sway? That's right. You heard it here. Let's keep it going. Keep the vibes high. 5D, 7D frequency coursing through the air. This next round is for the family dynamics. Now the beat slows. House lights dim. We're inside the oldest room on earth. Family. Here the ego doesn't wear a suit. It wears your mother's voice, your father's silence, your siblings' old nicknames for you. You've been rehearsing this play since you were in diapers. Family is where the ego learned its first lines. You're the smart one. You're the pretty one. And you're the screw up. You're the one who will take care of us when we're old. Roles handed out like Halloween masks that fuse to the face over decades. And why? Nobody asks. Every holiday dinner is a reunion tour of childhood characters nobody auditioned for. Bada boom, bada bing, the ego sits at the table and time collapses. You're 37 but suddenly 8 again, sitting around these masses, defending your plate, proving you're not lazy, proving you're not selfish. I think they're getting a little hazy, proving you're not the reason Dad left that one time, even though nobody says it out loud anymore because it doesn't rhyme. Love gets weaponized here fastest. With I sacrificed everything for you. It's baby daddy Mark's favorite anthem, sung in the kitchen at 11 p.m. while dishes clatter like gunfire. but he ain't getting his hands wet. Nah, only living babysitters who occasionally pop out a baby. Translation: you owe me your choices forever. Guilt is the family heirloom passed down like grandma's ring. Oh, I didn't get that either. It's only heavier. The ego keeps a museum in the hallway. Photos frozen at everybody's peak. And trophies from 97 and 98. Report cards. Wedding days before the divorces. It drags you past the exhibits and whispers. Remember when you were who I needed you to be? Oh, parental and sibling rivalry. That's right. Just two egos. Fighting over who got less love and who has to pay for it now. Parent-child. A lifelong negotiation between I brought you into this world and I never asked to be born, so what's your situation? Even forgiveness comes with strings. I forgive you, but I will never forget. Means the ego is still keeping receipts for the next argument. But underneath the noise, there's another rhythm trying to surface. Can you guess what it is? It's your auntie slipping you a 50 without telling anyone. It's your brother driving 4 hours when your dog dies, sitting on the floor with you until there's a stop to the cries. It's your mom when she's 78, finally saying, if she makes it that far, I was wrong. And the whole room goes still, because the sky just tore open a little. Real family love isn't the absence of conflict. It's the presence of something that survives it. It's the unspoken agreement that we're all carrying wounds with the same last name. Can you guess what it is? Pop, plop, fizz, fizz. The ego wants the family to be a kingdom where it finally gets to be right, seen, vindicated. Meanwhile, our love in its purest, most sacred form doesn't have anything planned or slated. Presence wants the family to be a hospital where everybody's allowed to bleed and nobody has to hide the stain. One keeps the score across generations. The other, although there is no other. Oh, we quietly burn the scoreboard and warm our hands at the fire. And when the ego finally exhausts itself, even Thanksgiving is no longer a desire. And 3 a.m., everybody's crying in different houses and different rooms. Letting go for good what everyone else assumes. When something ancient walks through the walls, it doesn't care who started it. It doesn't need the last word. It just sits on the edge of the bed. And you're pretending to sleep, and places a hand on your back. The same way it did when you were 5, and the thunder scared you as it cracked. Same hand, same love. No ledger, no clipboard. No mommy dearest and daddy farewells, keeping the score. That's the bloodline that matters, not the stories we were forced to carry, but the silence we return unapologetically to end the stories. Run out of breath. Let them run out of breath. Let them run out. Let the old rolls crack like cheap plaster underneath. We're just a circle of children who grow up in the same house trying to remember we were never enemies. Even though we clearly have not learned from the same masters. Never enemies. Only family. Still breathing the same dusty air under one roof that love built long before ego learned how to talk. and furthermore, required receipts or proof. Thank you so very much, Multiversal Soul, Amelia, for listening. More to come tomorrow as we dip into the ego in romance. And let me tell ya, Captain, Chief, Commander, Teacher, your receipts and your world famous diagrams don't stand a chance. With much gratitude and appreciation, my heart chakra to yours. Brightest of blessings and the only way, the beauty way, agape, agape, agape. I'm in love to all.